edition of Grant Predicts, where each week before the first game kicks off in the Bundesliga, I will give my expert predictions on who I think will win the matches because I am an expert on German football. I say that half jokingly, half I watch quite a bit of it, but I'm very new and I'm not an expert, as I keep telling people. But thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get our spiel out of the way. If you are new, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner, click the bell icon so you're notified when I go live. Smash the like button as well. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. @GrantAkeem is my handle. @Grant_Akeem is my Instagram and Tickety Talk. If you want to get merch, make a donation, or join the Discord, all of those links are in the video description. Right, this is a brand new series, and I was kind of wondering if I should do this or not, but I was like, you know what, let's just go for it. Basically, in these, it'll be very quick videos. But basically, I'm going to give my expert predictions for each week in the Bundesliga of who I think is going to win or if the game is going to end up in a draw. And it's kind of a game, and you can play at home as well. And how this works is, so every prediction that you get right, you get 1 point. So if I predict that Borussia Dortmund are going to win this week and they do win, I get a point. And if you get it wrong, you get 0 points. And at the end of the week, tally up your points, and we can all compare with each other with how many points we have. I've yet to figure out how to do it where we can all keep track on like a website or something. I'm looking into that, so stay tuned. We might have a website where we can all make our predictions and have a leaderboard for everything. I'm going to look into it, but for right now, we're going off the honor system, so please be honest. Yes, you. I know you like to cheat. I know you do, but please be honest. So yeah, we're gonna go off the honor system, and it'll be fun at the end of the year. Because we're gonna do this for every single week. Every single week on a Thursday, we'll upload a video here on the channel with my predictions, and at the end of the year, we'll see who has the most points or how many points I have, and you guys can let me know at home how many points you have. And yeah, this should be fun. It's different. Let me know if you hate this or if you like it. You know, at the end of the day, it's for you guys, the channel. So let me know if you enjoy this different video. I've never really filmed a video like this ever. So without further ado, I hope this works. I hope I have it set up right. I'm very fancy. We're very bougie on the Grant Akeem channel, as you know. I made a Google Slides presentation because I am that bougie. Let's see. Yes, look at that. I mean, beautiful. I mean, this is like, I feel like I'm back in high school giving a presentation, everybody. This is amazing. Let's get this out of the way. I hope this works. Let me just do this. Matchday 1 predictions by Grant Akeem. Let's get it going, everybody. So the first game, yes, it's working. Okay. The first game that kicks off this weekend is Werder Bremen against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, a team who I, support, who I love. One of the teams at least. I'm just getting the times here. So this game kicks off tomorrow. I'm filming this on a Thursday, but Friday, August 18th. It's a 2:30 p.m. Eastern game. Werder Bremen and Bayern Munich, according to FOTMob, because I like using FOTMob. 13% of people think Werder Bremen are going to win. 10% people think it's going to be a draw. And 77% of people think Bayern Munich are going to win. Now, Bayern Munich, tough year to end last season. I know they won the Bundesliga, but in terms of just their performance and how they played, very poor in my opinion. They were very lucky to win the Bundesliga. They got the guy from Napoli, Kim. They made a couple other signings that I'm blanking on. The big one was Harry Kane, of course, from Tottenham. And we saw him appear in the Super Cup game last weekend, which we did a watch-along for. He didn't really do much in that game. He only got a half an hour, but, I mean, what'd you expect from Harry Kane in a 2-0 game that they were trailing? And, I mean, honestly, that game, Bayern, I thought they played somewhat well. Put the iPad here. I thought they played somewhat well, Bayern. They, I think, at times dominated, had lots of possession, quite a few amount of shots, but all of them went over the bar. My sky full of balls pun. And then corner kicks were definitely poor. I'm looking at you, Kimmich. But I don't know. I think Bayern are going to right the ship here. You got to start the season, the Bundesliga season at least, with the win. You lost the Super Cup. The fans are begging for a bounce back. Thomas Tuchel, hopefully, will get the boys ready for this one. I am going to go for Bayern Munich getting the win in Werder Bremen. What's their stadium called? The Weststadion. The Weserstadion. Fun fact about that stadium, if you look outside, I believe there's a swimming pool, like Olympic-sized swimming pool, right by the arena. So that's kind of funny. But yes, I think it'll be tight, though. I think it'll be a lot like the watch long we did last season when these two teams played at the same arena. Where Werder Bremen, it was 0-0, and then Bayern got the goal in like the 40th minute, was it 60th minute? It was around there. They got the goal, and then they got the second goal by Sane. Gnabry got the first one, and then Werder Bremen, it was a goal by Schmid, the scorcher, from like 30, 40 yards out, top right corner. I think it ended 2-1, so I think it'll be tight, but Bayern Munich will get the win. Next, Bayer Leverkusen and RB Leipzig. This is a 9:30 a.m. kickoff on Saturday. And RB Leipzig coming off that amazing performance in Munich in the German Super Cup. They're just on a roll right now. They won the DFB Pokal last season. They've won the Super Cup now. They're starting off the season on a high note. I think Marco Reus and the team are going to be ready to rock against Bayer Leverkusen, who they've been kind of up and down. I remember the year where they had Kai Havertz. They were a decent side, but I feel like they're more in like the mid-table position. They'll probably end up finishing, I don't know, like 5th, 6th, 7th, around there. Maybe push for a top 4 spot this year. We shall see. But in this game, I am going to give it to RB Leipzig. I think they're going to keep it going, and we'll get the win in Leverkusen at the Bay Arena. Augsburg and Gladbach, the other Borussia from Dortmund. This is also a 9:30 a.m. start time on a Saturday at the WWK Arena in Augsburg, Germany. Oh, no, what I forgot to do? I like using FOTMob to see who else predicted. So if we go back to this game, FOTMob, 30% of people said Leverkusen are going to win. 22% of people said it'll be a draw. 48% of people said Leipzig will get the win. So I am with the majority again. Look at that. Right, Augsburg and Gladbach. Two teams I honestly don't know a whole lot about. I've watched a bit of Augsburg play because I think they have a cool stadium. Gladbach, something weird about Gladbach. I don't know what it is. It's the colors or the jerseys or what. It just, I don't know. Something doesn't seem right with Gladbach. But never mind that. I will go with Gladbach with the win here. I think Augsburg will probably be near the bottom of the table if I had to guess, and Gladbach will be like somewhere in the middle. According to FOTMob, 24% said Augsburg are going to win, 26% of people said it'll be a draw, and 50% of people said Gladbach are going to win. So I am in the majority. I told you expert opinions, and my expert predictions here. They have a cool stadium. Oh, I like their jerseys. I'll pick them to win. Next, Hoffenheim-Freiburg, also Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, kickoff. Hoffenheim and Freiburg. Freiburg were a team that I thought were going to get Champions League last season. They failed to do so. If you're in America and you watch Ale Moreno, who's an analyst on ESPN FC or whatever, made a bet with Freiburg that if they went into the Champions League, he would visit Freiburg and take his family and kids or whatever. Did not happen. Ale Moreno had to cancel all of his flights and everything, so we'll see if Freiburg can get back in the Champions League. I think they might be able to. It's going to be tough, though. And then Hoffenheim, I mean, I don't know, the bottom third of the table, I'm going to guess. But in this game, I will go for Freiburg with the dub over Hoffenheim. I feel like I'm picking all of the road teams for some reason. I don't know what's going on. All the better teams are on the road to start off the season. According to FOTMob, Hoffenheim, 29% of people think they'll win. 26% think it'll be a draw, and 45% think Freiburg are going to win. In the majority again. And then this game will be played at the Pre-Zero Arena in Sinsheim, Germany. Sinsheim, Germany. Next, we have probably the best named teams in the Bundesliga that I just love saying. Stuttgart and Bochum, which I believe that's how you say it. Bochum. Both of these teams, I think Stuttgart, they played in the relegation playoff last season. So they're probably going to be fighting to stay up again. Bochum was a team who had a big win at the end of the season to stave off relegation. So both of these teams is a big matchup because for Bochum or Stuttgart, when you play a Dortmund or a Bayern Munich, you're not really expecting points out of those games. But when you play the teams around you that are at equal quality, you have to get points out of this game. And for each of these teams, it's key that you get a win or a minimum of draw. You do not want to lose these games to the teams that are around you. And who knows, you might look back in May and say, oh man, if Stuttgart could have beaten Bochum on the first day of the Bundesliga, they'd be safe from relegation. But we shall see. But in my expert prediction, I think this will end up a draw. We have two evenly matched teams. The first draw of the week, I think it will end up in a draw. If we go to FOTMob, though, 64% of people think Stuttgart are going to win. 22% think it'll be a draw. And 14% think Bochum will win. So I am sort of in the minority with the draw here. Many people think Stuttgart are going to get the win. But I'm going for a draw. This game is also on Saturday, a 9:30 a.m. Eastern start time at the MHP Arena in Stuttgart, Germany. Also, if you're in America, all these games are on ESPN Plus, which is fantastic. Next, a lot of games on Saturday. Wolfsburg and Heidenheim. Heidenheim, a team that I believe were in the Bundesliga 2 last season. I do not remember Heidenheim last season in the Bundesliga. So I think they got upgraded from Bundesliga 2. Let me know in the comment section if I got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's true. Wolfsburg, Heidenheim. I'm going to go for Wolfsburg with the win. I believe it's the first time where I picked the home team to get the win. If we go to FOTMob, 64% think Wolfsburg are going to win. 24% think it's going to be a draw. 12% think Heidenheim is going to win. Wolfsburg is a team, pretty good talent, pretty good quality. They usually finish in the upper portion of the table. Might make a push for Europa League spot or Conference League spots or whatever it might be. And then Heidenheim probably going to be fighting for relegation or to stave off relegation this season. And this will be played at the Volkswagen Arena in Wolfsburg, Germany, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time kickoff. Next, we got a big one. We will be doing a watch-along for this game on Saturday, Dortmund and Köln. I think we all know who I'm picking. Dortmund are one of my favorite teams. Dortmund and Bayern are my two favorite teams. I know that's weird. I know that's wacky, but they both have players who I love, so get over it. I do like both teams. I will support both teams. Cooperate, FOTMob. Here we go. We all know. Dortmund's going to get the win. They have to get the win. They're at home. Very disappointing. Season last year. Oh my goodness me, how many chances, Dortmund, do you want to win a Bundesliga? You were at home on the last day. All you needed was to win against a Mainz team that was like in 10th place, had nothing to play for. You're at home to a crap team. You have all the quality in the world, and you couldn't get the job done against Mainz. Just brutal way to end the season. I'm expecting Dortmund to have so much hunger, have so much fight in them this season to say, you know what, last season it happened, but we're going to bounce back and we're going to win the title this season. You hope to see that fire under the players this season and Eden Terzic as well. So I'm expecting a big win here. I think it'll be like a blowout 5-0 win over Cologne. But you know what, Cologne, tough team. They played Bayern Munich at the last game of the season last year. It was 1-1, and then, Jamal Musiala had the goal in the 89th minute to win it. So it was a tight game between Bayern and Cologne. They're no spring chicken. I think that's the saying. I'm trying to say they're not going to walk over easily, but I do think it will be kind of a blowout. It'll be one of those blowouts where maybe after the first half it's 2-0, and then in the second half they'll get 3 and then 4, and then it'll kind of carry on. But it will be tight in the beginning for sure. Definitely be tight. FOTMob says 77% of people said Dortmund will win. 15% of people said it'll be a draw. And 8% of people said Köln will get the win. That is a 12:30 p.m. Eastern start time on Saturday at the Signal Iduna Park in Dortmund, Germany, a place I really, really want to go and see a game. Munich as well. And let's be honest, I'll go see a game in any of these stadiums. They just look lovely. And Germany as a whole is just a beautiful country. But yes, we will be live doing a watch-along for this game. I can't remember if I mentioned the Bremen-Bayern game on Friday. We'll be live as well for that. We're going to be covering Dortmund and Bayern on the channel mostly. If I can sprinkle in some Leipzig, we can definitely do that as well. But Dortmund and Bayern mostly. Right, we're nearing the end. We only got a couple more games left in Matchday 1. We have Union Berlin and Mainz. This is on Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Union Berlin, don't know much about. Mainz, don't know much about. Besides, they ruined Dortmund's hopes of winning the title last season. Mainz finished like mid-table. Union Berlin, I believe, got in the Champions League. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they're in the Champions League. So there would be a tough side in this one. But I am going for a draw in this game. It might be a bit of a surprise, but I think it'll end up as a draw. I think Union Berlin are favorites in this game, but I think Mainz will squeak out a draw here. Should be a pretty decent game, honestly. I might tune in and watch this myself on a Sunday morning. But according to FOTMob, 66% said Union Berlin are going to win, 20% said draw, 14% said Mainz are going to win, so I'm kind of in the minority here. This game, like I said, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on Sunday at the Stadion an der Alten Försterei in Berlin, Germany. That's quite a name for a stadium. Any locals in Germany watching, what's the nickname for that? Because you cannot tell me that you say that whole sentence. Like, hey, I'm going to the Stadion an der Alten Försterei. There's got to be a nickname for it. So let me know in the comment section down below. Last one, home stretch. This is a 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time kickoff. Eintracht Frankfurt, SV Darmstadt, just promoted from Bundesliga 2, I believe, I think. I love their logo, by the way. Very awesome logo. It's like the New Orleans Saints kind of looking logo. I love the blue, love the white. I tell you what, though, Frankfurt, I love the eagle in the red. Very German. They always have awesome jerseys. But, Frankfurt, a team, they're a very good cup team, Frankfurt. Excuse me, they were in the DFB Pokal last season against RB Leipzig. Couldn't get the win in the final. That's okay. But a very good cup team. They usually finish around the Europa League spots. Usually, maybe a little bit lower. Darmstadt, just their goal this season is just to stay up and not get relegated back to Bundesliga 2. But I'm, of course, going to go... No, don't malfunction on me. Well, okay, it's anticlimactic. I'm going for Eintracht Frankfurt. I don't know why it wasn't bloody working. There it goes. Now it's working. I don't know why. Freaking Google Slides, man. Freaking Google Slides. But yes, I'm going Eintracht Frankfurt with the win here. According to FOTMob, 73% of people said Frankfurt were going to win. 18% of people said it was going to be a draw. And 9% of people thought Darmstadt were going to win. So I am in the majority here. This is a home team in Frankfurt at the Deutsche Bank Park in Frankfurt, Germany. Should be, I don't know. I think it kind of will be a blowout. Frankfurt are just have better players than Darmstadt. So yeah, I think that's how that's going to go. And I believe that is it for match day 1 in the Bundesliga. That is it. So let's get back to the main screen here. Holy shnikes, that ended up being a way longer of a video than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were only going to go for like 5 minutes. We're already at 21 minutes. That's fantastic. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. But yeah, that's my predictions. Let me know at home what you think your predictions are. Make sure you do keep track, and we'll see how many points you have. As a reminder, for every game you get right, you get 1 point. And yeah, keep track for the rest of the season. And we'll see if you're more of an expert in the Bundesliga than I am. You probably are. But watch me get like a perfect record here. If I get a perfect record, that'd be insane. Watch that happen. Watch it happen. But yes, I will look into making a website or just something where we can all make our predictions and have like a leaderboard and keeps track of points. Kind of like you make a bracket, right, for like March Madness or something that keeps track of who's in the lead or not or what. We can definitely do that. I'll look into it and I'll keep you updated once I get that up and running. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. It's different. I've never done anything like this before, ever. I'm just a guy in my early 20s who loves watching Bundesliga, loves watching German football. I'm very passionate about it, and hopefully you at home are as well. And I just want to thank you so much for clicking on this video, for subscribing to the channel if you did. Don't worry, if you don't have to subscribe if you don't want. But I'm very grateful for all of you who tune in to watch my videos or anything I do on YouTube. It's amazing. But yes, if you are new, like I said, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner, we already surpassed 150 on the channel, which is awesome. Let's try and get to 160 in a couple weeks. That's our new goal. But you make sure you follow me on Twitter. Probably the best way to keep in contact with me, what's going on with the channel and whatnot. @Granakeem is the handle. @Grant_Keem is my Instagram and Tickety Talk. I post highlights from the streams there as well. And on YouTube, on YouTube Shorts I do. But mostly on Instagram and TikTok. If you want to get merch, join the Discord or make a donation. All of those links are in the video description. And make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed yourself. And then click the bell icons so you're notified when I go live on the channel. Right, enough rambling on. Match day 1, the Bundesliga, is going to be epic. It's going to be fun. As a reminder, we will be covering the Werder Bremen game and Bayern game on Friday. That is a 2:30 p.m. Eastern start time. And then on Saturday, we will be covering Dortmund and Köln. That is a 12:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Yes, it is 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Right, thank you again. And I always like to end my videos or anything I do by saying it's such a crazy world out there, so I'm sending all my love. It says it right there. From me to you and to everyone around the world who could use some love right now. Hope we're doing well. Hope we're doing okay. I hope you, yes you, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll speak to you soon, everybody.